Go, team, go.
Alright, jeez, man, I'm sorry for the long intro. Let's see, there we go. Happy Thursday. I know it's a little earlier than what we normally do, but I'm not gonna lie, guys. Football's back on. Kickoffs tonight. Eagles are playing, and I'm gonna watch that game. I love football. You guys all know this if you've watched this channel for a long time. Huge football fan. So, and my team's getting to start off the year. Obviously, you know, Eagles are reigning Super Bowl champions, so, you know, we out there, you know, riding high. Hopefully for another good season, but, yeah, that's why we're doing it early tonight, if you were wondering why. If you're watching this later, hey, thanks for clicking on the video. If you do enjoy it, make sure you guys like, subscribe, all that fun stuff. We do have a Discord. I do just type the channel name in. I used to be able to post links to it. I can no longer do that for some reason. It's strange. I'm gonna have to look into it more. I just haven't had time lately. But yeah, hop in Discord. We are a growing community and full of a bunch of nerds and people who love the game. So, as you can see on the screen, right before I go to start mine up, Gaijin has released a teaser trailer for the next update, and it's a good looking trailer. I liked it a lot. We're gonna watch it here, and we're gonna talk about some of the stuff that's going on in with everything related to War Thunder, of course. So I'll pull this. I don't know why it's weird. I don't know if I like click on the wrong thing or whatever, but that's just how it starts. But yeah, we're gonna take a look at this in a second. First, let's watch the trailer. I'm gonna have music playing over this. This is my music, not the actual trailer's music. I can't actually play the music from the trailer. But yeah, we're gonna watch it. I think it was a good trailer. I don't know all the vehicles that are in the trailer. I'm sure somebody will post something out later on going over everything and be able to break it all down for you. I'm obviously, with it having been released, I haven't had time to do that yet. So we're going to watch it here. This is obviously they're redoing Poland, it looks like. A little bit of lag. I think that looks really good. So yeah, that looks Chinese. Well, there's the American Leopard. There's an American light tank there. I would like to get some evening maps like this, so I wish that would be kind of cool. This update feels more to me be more of a Japanese update for. Oh, there we go. This feels to me as more of like a. They're adding 2 different things here, so we're gonna get to that in a second if you haven't seen it already. They're doing a ground portion for Thailand in the Japanese tree. This is actually gonna be a pretty good size update for Japan, which you guys know is one of my favorite tech trees. But they do need some help, and I think it's really cool. So you have the Stingray here, which I do like this camo. I think that's really sick. And then you're having what's the T-84 Oplot coming in. This looks really good as well. So Japan's actually gonna be pretty decent. I'm excited for it. That looks really good. It's a nice side view of it. And then there's this helicopter here. I'm not okay. There's a part coming up here. I'm not super. I'm not. They slow mo this. It's an F5, but maybe I'm missing like what this particular F5 model is. But yeah, they just show like making a big deal about the F5, and I'm just kind of like, yeah. It's kind of odd to me. We do have, looks like mosquitoes. These look Canadian by the markings. So we're getting a different version of mosquito maybe, but for Canada it looks like. Maybe, oh, that could also maybe be Australian too. I'm not 100% sure, but it's either Canadian or Australian. Oh wait, Norway. Never mind. So Norway's getting added. I didn't know even Norway actually had mosquitoes. That's interesting. Never mind. I was wrong. That looks really cool. I'm excited for that. This was cool. I want to see more of these. This gives me hope that one day the B38 Peacemaker could added one day. God, would be great. I think this is the what people were saying in the comments. B66. I've never heard of this, but I like it. It looks cool. Cold War for sure. Like, you can drop a lot of hate though. And then we have new SAMs coming in. New ships. I think one of them, yeah, one of them was the US. And then these are all the vehicles that are coming with the subtree for Thailand. You get the M60 TTS, M163, Stingray and the Alpha, which we've already covered. And then they do a little. Oh, you know what they're probably doing is they're actually probably reworking the mosquitoes or updating their models. That might have been what that is actually, now that I'm thinking about that. They do have a little thing here. Canadian F-18s coming into the game. I have a cool story about those. So I did miss that, but yeah, it looks like they are having a lot of good stuff lined up for this update. So I'm excited for that. But yeah, they already kind of did release this trailer. Let's see. Okay, well, I guess not. They just released a trailer, and then here, Sky Saber. I've never heard of this. So this Sky Saber is a multi-vehicle. Maybe it doesn't work. I'm kind of curious. So it's going to be in the UK, rank 8. Obviously, it's going to be their new top tier SAM site. Interesting. 2 launchers, 8 missiles, 25-45 kilometer range. Can track 16 missiles. God damn. So that's pretty cool. I'm sure they're going to have more devlogs. Obviously, they are going to have the probably the dev server open tomorrow, and we're going to get more devlogs on the vehicles coming out. So yeah, I'm excited for that. This looks cool. They also do have the Black Hussar naval events started, just so you guys, if you guys are doing that stuff. I'm not doing the naval event right now. I'm kind of just doing the entry, which we are going to be getting to in a little bit, but I just want to cover that stuff because it just happened right as I was going live. So, but yeah, I think it's going to be a good update. I want to see some more information coming out on vehicles and maybe have like a little dev blog just on the vehicles coming for Thailand, going to the Japanese as a sub tree. That'd be cool. But, yeah, here we are. We are playing. Can I move this? Can I just move this over? Or is it, oh my god, it's gonna cost that much money. God damn. And you know what? We're gonna do it. I'm trying to keep my higher tier vehicles on the higher tier pilots. 15, that's pretty good. We are playing the Etendard. I've been waiting to play this vehicle for a long time. Very excited. I won't lie to you, the initial grind on this thing was a little rough. It did come with bombs, right? You had to kind of work it. It does come with bombs a little bit here. But yeah, that initial start was rough, and then we got bombs. I wish they would change this, like move this up maybe, or something. The fact that it's at the bottom kind of sucks, but it is what it is. And like you can see how I've had to like kind of grind through. I've been base running a lot in this, just trying to get it going, because trying to dogfight this thing stock is a little rough, especially with the 230mm with like limited ammo. It hits pretty good, but I mean, you just gonna have to pick your shots better. Maybe it's a skill issue. I just need to get better. You know, could be that too. But yeah, we're gonna get started. We are gonna be probably base running a bit at the start until we get to AIM-9Bs, and we'll turn in dogfight on this and see how she does. But yeah, now I'm excited. I'm excited to do the Etendard, and obviously you can see I have the Super Etendard next to it. I'm doing both right now. I'm having a good time. Same thing with like both the Etendars. I gotta warn you, are a little rough in the start with the grind. You gotta kind of deal with it for a bit. Get your rockets, get your bombs, and kind of base runs, you know, and try to get that going that way. It seems to be a little bit easier. I've been told the Super Etendard, once you get the magic ones and you have the flares, kind of opens this vehicle up and makes it a little bit of a different beast. So I'm hoping that's kind of the same story for the regular Etendard, but we will see. And yeah, without further ado, we'll get started. Like I said, check out Discord. I wish I could share it. I can't, unfortunately. Hopefully one of the moderators get on. Could be able to do that later on. I don't know what it is. It's kind of strange. But yeah, man, I am pumped up for football. I can't wait. I already told my wife, I was like, hey, tonight, if you need me to get anything done around the house, you need to ask me before the game starts. Once the thing's on, I'm not moving. I'm gonna become like Snorlax from Pokemon, just sit on the couch. So far, she's said nothing. So, but with football starting up again, I think I am going to be changing the streaming schedule again. I know it sucks. I've been changing around a lot, and I haven't really been able to be as consistent. I just had a lot of stuff going on in my personal life right now with, you know, putting our dog down. We have some family health issues going on. Just really haven't had as much time to stream. Not to get too personal and stuff like that, but I do try to keep a steady schedule. But when family things come up, I do prioritize that. Obviously, I do enjoy doing YouTube, but it's not my main source of income, and I do, just as a man, I do prioritize my family over everything else. So I want to be there for my wife and stuff like that. So she's okay about it. It's not necessarily her, but like she's has some family stuff going on as well, so I've been trying to be supportive of that as well, so be there for her. So that's kind of why I haven't been as consistent. But I think with football starting, I think I'm gonna go to a Monday, Wednesday, Saturday schedule, and I'll post it on it probably after the stream and stuff like that. So I'm gonna move away from doing a Friday, Saturday kind of combo to Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday, and kind of spread it out. I think that's gonna be the strategy. So let's see. I do feel like I get a little bit more focused running the Etendars though. especially with the Super Nintendo. Everything else has an afterburner. I feel like it's kind of like playing the AMX for Italy. Everybody else is super fast compared to you. Like, you're pretty quick, but you're not as fast as people with afterburners at 10 to 3. And they just try to get behind you as quick as they can because they know they can catch you, and that's super annoying. So hopefully I can, with this, the engine upgrades, it should be performing a little better, but we'll see how it goes. Also, definitely going to be, if we can, definitely going to be streaming Helldivers 2 over the weekend, because they just released a new update, and I'm excited to go into bug tunnels and stuff like that. So I've been having a blast playing Helldivers 2. Absolute blast. Honestly, to me, it kind of feels like that game is probably one of the best live service games I've ever actually experienced, or when it comes to like live service games, I feel like that's like the best model I've ever seen, or at least like a company do it. Because like, you hear like live service, I kind of roll my eyes. I'm like, oh great. Sometimes they can be inconsistent. Some updates are better than others, and I feel like Helldivers 2 has just done a really good job with just adding new maps, new storylines, cosmetics, and like none of that, like being able to go back and get if you're like a newer player, let's say, like for example, they just had the ODST stuff came onto Xbox. If you're a newer player coming from Xbox, you have the opportunity to go back and get all of the, cosmetics from the other past updates, which I think is really good, and I wish more companies would do that. Give them a chance, and like most of the cosmetics are free. You can get them just by playing the game, which I think is good. But no, I just really like Helldivers 2. I like the gameplay loop. It's fun. Getting blown up by your friends can be annoying at times, but it's also funny as shit sometimes too. Because like we were playing offline, like not streaming and everything like that the other day, and I think it was like it was like one of the newer maps too. They had like 2 massive like arachnid biotitans basically spawn, and I go to throw like a stratagem at it with like it's kind of like a 380 millimeter like artillery or mortar shells, whatever. But my character gets knocked over, so he just lobs it like 5 feet in front of us, and we're all on line shooting at the bugs in front of us. And I just dropped that thing like a bag of bricks right on top of our position, and they're like, oh shit. I'm like, we gotta run right now. And that 380 started coming in hot right on top of our position, and I think I killed like 2 of us. I feel pretty bad because I was like, try not to do that. But that's like just the most random fun things about the game. What's a Yak 38? What is that? Oh, is that the is that the VTOL? Yeah, it is. What is he doing? Hold on. Hey, bud. Unless he's dragging me to his teammates, which is very much probably what he's doing. Our team got melted, so. Oh my god, he's so much faster than I am. It's wild. Let's see if I can bait him to turn in. Oh, don't. Where did that missile go, dude? Nope, nope, stay on him. Should have started shooting faster. That was me. I was being too slow. Might be able to get that Phantom to crash, though. There it is. Alright, good. Don't want to waste that opportunity. Damn, R60? Jesus. But yeah, no, just for like, I've just been enjoying a lot of the games that you can play with your friends. I've just been enjoying that. Like, I had so much fun with Headliners. We've been playing a lot of Ark, stuff like that. But yeah, Helldivers right now is kind of just captured me again. I took a break from it because I was playing it a lot, and then I don't know, I just started playing other games that came out and stuff like that. And Minnie, what's going on? Hope you're doing good. So I've kind of starting to get back into it with the ODST update and stuff like that came out, where like the pack that came out for Helldivers 2. And then now with the other new update that just came out right after that, I've just been playing the hell out of that as well. So yeah, it's just been good. We're going to definitely be streaming that again on Saturday, most likely. Minnie, I gotta get some new. I might need to get some new stickers or some new decals. I think I haven't got any in a while. I need to make some. I think. Knocked off from a 14-hour shift. God, dude, that's some days at work, man. Yeah, I get asked to work doubles, and I'm like, Jesus. 14-hour shift, gee. Oh, sorry I had to do that, man. Hopefully you're at the house, relaxing, kicking back, hanging out with me. I appreciate it. Appreciate being here. Yeah, my dad never warned me about Helldiver addiction or War Thunder addictions. He just told me when I was a kid, just don't do drugs. You know what I mean? I was like, all right, well, video games, last I checked, not a drug. I'm like going through like the do's and don'ts of everything my dad's taught me, and I was like, I don't see video games on here. I think I can do this. So, you know. But yeah, no, we were just talking about, like, I've been super addicted to Helldivers 2. When I'm not streaming or anything like that, that's like that game. And then I'm still trying to stay like, I'm trying to be more consistent in like Hearts of Iron 4, like when I stream it, because I've been streaming more lately. I'm trying to stay more proficient, so that way I do better. But yeah, no, I don't know, I've just been going back and forth between those two games. I probably should actually stream or like play War Thunder offline and grind through the French air tree a little bit faster. But I just have not had as much interest as like playing the other games. I generally can do about 2. I mean, you probably could do it faster, honestly, if you just played like all your top tier premiums. I average about 2 tech trees a year. For the last like 4 years, I've been about 2. Obviously, I haven't done the big ones yet, but I've been doing all the smaller ones. And air and ground, I can do about 2 tech trees a year. Most of the time. So. But yeah, they just had the new teaser trailer drop on the War Thunder YouTube page. We watched that earlier. I'm excited. They're showing all the vehicles coming for Thailand, for the subtree for Japan. The Oplot got shown. The Stingray got shown. Norway's getting added as a subtree for Sweden, I'm assuming. So that's pretty exciting. I'm happy about that. Still yet to finish the single tech tree. I think in my actual my first account, I don't think I ever finished a tech tree. I would just play it to a certain point, and then that was it. And then like I started playing this game because I wanted to play the Tiger Tanks because I just watched the movie Fury when that came out. I'm dating myself a bit, but I only had a PlayStation because I was in the Navy and I lived in a barracks room. And I didn't have a laptop yet, or I didn't even think I could play this game on a laptop. Or whatever. So I was just playing on my PS4, and then I learned that you can, you can also, this game's on PC, and I was like, oh shit. So, yes, make sure you guys like, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Appreciate you. War Thunder Gang, what's going on? Hope you're doing good. We're playing probably my favorite looking French jet. I've been waiting for this for a while. We are streaming a little earlier than normal because football is on tonight for me and my team's playing, so I'm definitely watching that. A lot of F-106s. So this should be pretty, I want to say easy, but it's going to be pretty decent. Yeah, it kind of is ugly, and it's not pug levels of ugly, but it, you know, it's different, you know. Oh god, I see you, F-106. Don't do it. Oh my god. This missile worked. I'm shocked. I have not had... I mean, that's kind of a smart play on him to fire that so close. Yeah. Some of the American vehicles just... they're interesting looking. And some of the Russian ones, I'm like... what the fuck are we doing here? I'll give you a prime example. One of the, in my opinion, ugly but kind of adorable tanks is... where is she? Right here. What is this? This is like a very ugly tank, but it's also kind of adorable. It's interesting. Oh yeah, the M4 was popping, dude. Like, I even pulled like 9 Gs to try to turn it. Obviously, it has 25 G pull on it, but it was wild. It is, you know, it's kind of adorable. It's kind of a thing. And then you have, let's see, America has some weird shit too, though. This one kind of has like Mickey Mouse ears. With these here. Kind of has like Mickey Mouse ears going on there. Interesting. Never a big fan of the, like these, what is this? The T1E1s or anything like that, the heavies. I've never been a big fan of those personally, but some people love them. They swear by them. Never a big fan. But yeah, no, that thing is, it's interesting, dude. I'm just trying to get my AIM-9Bs, please, God. Please. I just need them today. Minnie, if you don't mind, what kind of work do you do? If you don't mind me asking, if you don't want to tell me, you don't have to. So perfectly okay. I have a friend in Germany. What should the next tree for air grind? It depends. Like, what kind of experience do you want? Do you want to do another like Axis tech tree? Do you want to try to do like a? You want to have like a different experience? Or do you want a big one, like big tech tree wise, or do you want like a smaller one that's not as grindy, I guess? I mean, yeah. And then you want like I don't know if you do like a lot of props or if you prefer like jets. Because if you prefer a lot of jets, then maybe do US or do Russia. But if you want something more like more props per se, Italy's pretty good. Japan has a lot of them. To be honest, Japan kind of has a lot of copies and like just small subtle upgrades over some of their vehicles, so it's a little bit more. Okay, so you want a smaller one. Don't do Israel. Don't do that. Don't hurt yourself. Don't do that. If you want a good like mix, but it's kind of smaller, I would say maybe maybe China too. China's not bad either. China's got a good mix of like Western and Eastern flavor to it. It's still kind of small too. I don't know. Let me look, gangs. Let me try to help you out with that. I'm trying to give you like a different experience, right? Like that's what I'm trying to. That's what I'm kind of getting the vibe from. You just want something different. China would not be a bad one to do because it is very different than Germany, and you're also very competitive. Almost every single BR you're going to be competitive. Some of it early on is copy and paste for sure, but it does start getting into like some of its unique stuff, which is pretty good. It already has a sub tree. Taiwan's already there, so you have some Western, still have some Western flavor to it. I do architectural and mechanical drawings, simple terms, blueprints. Jesus. So you must be like good at drawing and fucking math and shit. I apologize, you listen to me. I sound probably fucking retarded sometimes. But I appreciate being here. Thank you. Germany has good props, especially the 109. Oh yeah, their 190s are my favorite. Alright, we're gonna try to pull up on this meteor if this F-86 doesn't get him. Running it maybe one good pass. Seahawks hurt. I'm gonna try. Ah, he dipped. He dipped. There's a Seahawk at. He's gonna get missiles behind me. G91 stalled himself out. Perfect. F-86 has got it. Yes, stall him out. Stall him out again. I don't want to pull straight up on that. I don't like that at all. I know we're faster than the Meteor, so I'm not worried about outrunning him. I just do not want to get into a turn fight with that guy. He's going to whoop my ass. I mean, if you want to get like a certain aircraft, dude, do that tech tree. Play Russia. Russia's got a lot of good stuff in there. They're competitive. You know what I mean? Like, you can play like China. You would get like a flavor of what like Russian vehicles are like. But, you know, if you really want the Yak 141, which I think is a really cool aircraft anyway, I would do that. Someone who hated, yeah, you fucked up and got the wrong field. Need Jay out? What was that? That was weird. Damn. I had like a weird cold chill right there. So when you do like, yeah, so I was gonna say, I was like, so you must be able to like, you have to do math, like very precise math, because everything has to be measured out when you're doing like blueprints and stuff. That's interesting. I hope it pays well, you know. I feel like something like that probably will, or should. Fuck. Oh my god. Meteor, what the hell? That was disappointing. What a play on the MiG-15. I don't even think he realized that we were about to crash into each other, but I'm sure he's happy that we did. Unfortunate. Alright, thank God. We're moving. So I guess when like my question for you is like when you're doing blueprints, do they give you like I'm just curious about the process because I've never even actually talked to someone who does blueprints and stuff like that. Oh, hang on, let me cancel this real quick so I can show you. First, the blueprints thing. When you do that, do you have like, I'm sure you have input from other people who are like, hey, we want the building to kind of be like this, or like we want to have something incorporate this here. So you got to account for everything, right? And then like you gotta incorporate that, but you could also make sure that it's sized a certain way. I'm just curious. I'm wondering how that pays pretty decently by my house, my second car, my boyfriend a car for his Damn, look at you! Look at you fucking popping off. Congrats. Nice. But yeah, like I guess what I'm saying is like I'm sure you have to account for like everything, and everything has to be precise. You know, math, and like you gotta make sure all the, you know, you gotta account for all the space for the doors. I'm sorry, I'm interested by that stuff. I think it's cool. So hopefully that question makes sense. If I sound retarded, I apologize. I'm trying to make sense, but yeah, that's cool. But yes, China. Okay, so air tree wise, not that big. Okay. Get a little flavor of, you got Russian, British, that's not any, that's Chinese, you know, Taiwanese, whatever you want to go. And then obviously you have American. This is like your American side over here anyway. Bombers. Excuse me, I have the hiccups. If you're gonna play China, definitely play this one. This thing is love it. But you know, it's not also that big, but you're competitive. It's like you really are. I love playing the sector. It was good. But if you want to get the 141, Yak 141, probably play Russia. It is a big tree though, so keep that in mind. I don't know if you have any premiums or how you plan on grinding the tree out. I'm going to use the SU-25 one day. Just keep that in mind. So, but yeah, if you wanted something smaller, I would recommend China. You still get a Russian flavor in there with your MiG-19s, 17s, 15s, 21s, and you start getting over here. This is kind of a MiG-19, but it's a Chinese flavor specifically where they've modified it. And so you know, you still have some unique stuff there, but if you also want like Western style, you do have that over here. If not, if you don't want to do that, I would not recommend doing the Japanese. I mean, Japan's not as bad as it used to be. They're competitive. They're a lot more competitive now than when they used to be, for sure. But you're just kind of in these areas here, is kind of lacking, I guess, for a better word. Sweden, I'm gonna be honest with you, this is probably my least favorite air tree in the entire game. I haven't played Israel or yet, so it's kind of lacking there. So it's kind of, it wasn't really my favorite, but you know, to each their own. Some people like it, whatever, not my thing. But And Italy was really good too. Italy was a lot of fun. I had more fun with Italy than I thought I was going to. And they're fairly competitive now, all the way around. A very complete tree. Kind of in here though, you're kind of, well, you got your MiG-21s, so you can still have some fun there. MiG-23 sucks dick, so don't play that unless you like MiG-23s. I think they're overrated and garbage, but hey, whatever. But yeah, they're fun. But at the same time, though, oh, thank God, we got it. Ooh, nice, we got it. Yes, perfect. But when you get to the top, it's gonna play somewhat similar to Germany, so that's kind of my thing. I'm kind of caveating with it, gonna kind of play like Germany at the top tier, short of like Phantoms. But you're gonna have your MiG-29s, you're gonna have some Tornadoes, stuff like that. So, The Italian plane with a 108 is setting right here, the P108A Series 2. I have a part of my trailer when I start my streams up that I got a plane kill with this, and then I fly a little bit further along and I shoot across, because we're playing ground RB, I shoot across the map and hit an AA vehicle, SBA vehicle. Random shit happens sometimes when I play, and it's kind of cool. So that was a cool experience. But yeah, Italy's fun. I had a great time with their props, honestly. So something maybe to look into, but if not, do Russia because you want to get the Yak 141. Just keep in mind it is a big tree. But if you want something different, play China because you get a little bit best of both worlds, and then that's also a lot of fun. So, sorry. There's more detail. So there's, sorry, I'm behind on chat. Sorry, guys. So there's different plans. Obviously, starting will be with the design side where you sit down with customers and draw plans, quick drafts. And then it's yes or no. And then it's more detailed after they agree on designs. So then you go. Oh, okay. That makes a lot of sense, actually. Okay. But you also said you hate math, so I don't know how you ended up there, but I wish you the best of luck with that, because I fucking hate math. Alright, let's see. We're going to do new loadout here. I think we're just going to go... should we go just pure fighter? Should I mix it up? Alright, we have this marked as... Oh no, did I do that? Okay, that's favorited. Okay. Let's do, okay, we're gonna do a custom loadout here. We're gonna do AIM-9Bs, bombs, 500s, and then, okay. We're gonna save this and mark this as favorite, and then kind of like what we did with the last video with the Alpha Jet, we're gonna have a combination. We'll probably start with this loadout here. Start with this loadout here, and then we'll either, depending on how we make it back to base, after I expend all like bombs, missiles, guns, everything like that, we'll make it back to base, and we'll probably switch over to a fighter loadout and just finish the match out that way. I think that's probably what we're gonna do going forward. Don't laugh, but growing up I want to be a fighter pilot, and then it was like, nope, you're gonna be an architect, so I ended up here. Well, it's never too late to chase your dreams. You could do it if you wanted. You know, but I mean, if it's at the same time, you're in a field that's, you're making good money. You got, you know, you got a spouse you're counting on, or that's kind of, you know, you got to also look out for. So, you know, it's one of those things where it's like, could still go do it. I mean, to be fair, I mean, my wife just changed her jobs, and she was in one field she was a teacher for 7 years, right? But she ended up hating it, especially most recently. Ended up hating it and switched fields. You know what I mean? And I'm like, hey, do it. if you don't want to do this, like you don't want to be a teacher anymore, switch your jobs. I'm not saying switch your job, by the way. I'm just giving you an example of like you may get down the road where you're like, I don't want to do this anymore and do something different. It's totally fine. Like my wife just did that recently, and she's happier. You know, makes a little bit less money, yes, but she's happier, which is important, I think, to me. And so, you know, who knows? You can also could get your private pilot's license if you wanted to. I don't know what the rules are in where you're from, but like in the States, you could totally do that. So I forgot to mention this, but I'm 7.0 in US. Should I just finish it? I mean, but I haven't finished US Tech Tree, and that was the first one I started with on this account, so I have really far ways to go on the US Air Tree. And are you 7.0 in like both air and ground, or are you just like ground or air? I'm assuming air, 7.0 air. So it's your call. If you want something smaller though, don't be afraid to just do something different. You know? I didn't finish the US Tech Tree, went to Japan, the Japanese Tech Tree, finished air and ground both of them. And that was my first Tech Tree I finished. This teacher as well in about 4 to 6 years. I have a lot of respect for teachers, okay? Hearing the horror stories that my wife's told me, I'm like, I don't know how she does it. I definitely don't have the patience or the temperament to do that kind of stuff. So you know what I mean? I have a lot of respect because I couldn't do that shit. I got out of high school, went the military route, did that for some time, got out, was doing law enforcement for a while. Well, actually I should say probably like a short time as well, and then I got into security work, and that's what I do now currently. So, but she's been teaching since she went to college, you know, got a degree, started down that road, and you know, people change over time. You know, it's a thing. But only air. Is there anything in like the US tree that you really want? If not, you know, if you're doing it to complete it, that's one thing. Because I mean, you're about halfway there at that point, so might as well. Or if you want an aircraft in particular from the that air tree, then yeah. If not, I would say no. Just play something else, because you may play a different tech tree and love it and just be like, you know, going down that route. So I guess my advice would be like, don't limit yourself and think you need to finish tech tree by tech tree. I do this because I'm a fucking psycho, and that's what the community votes on, and they want to see air and ground, and they like see me be miserable sometimes. There's some people out there, so, or they'll tell me like, oh, you should do this tree because this is really good, or stuff like that. So that's kind of what I do for. But don't limit yourself. Keep an open mind when it comes to, you know, different tech trees. I would say would probably my advice. Hopefully that helps. Those would be pilot, but I prefer something grounded. Minimal travel because. Yeah, no, that's fair. That's fair. Well, who knows? Maybe if you don't want to be a pilot anymore, maybe be a train conductor. You know, you don't have to travel as far. You know. I'm only half. Oh God. I saw that AIM-9B coming around. Oh my God, why is there so many behind me? Get out of here, Meg. Oh, I'm hurt. Yep. Jesus. Hang on. Oh my God, it missed. My one chance. Eminem would be so disappointed. I was just joking about, half joking about being a train conductor, because I think that'd be kind of cool. That's what I wanted to do when I was a kid. Is actually be a train conductor. I don't know why as a kid I wanted to do that. I just thought it was cool as shit. Ended up not doing that. Ended up being in the Navy. Was on a boat. But I still thought it was really cool. Alright, we're going to try the other way. We're going to try this first. Yeah, I was just, you know, dropping bombs and then immediately got turned on by like 5 of them. And I was like, oh, this is not great. But, yeah, growing up, I grew up in a small town in Missouri, right? So Missouri is like in the middle of the country, a small town of like 4,000 people. And like, as a kid, like we just had a train that would come by. And I was like, oh, that's so cool. Like, that train probably goes everywhere. Like, you know, probably actually didn't. Probably just was going because we had like there's like a mine that it's kind of further down from us on the tracks, and then probably just going there, getting the stuff from the mine and then hauling it back up to like St. Louis or something. So it's probably what it was doing. But I was like, man, I could just travel on a train all the time. That'd be so cool. You know, let's go wherever the tracks take me, you know, kind of stuff. We're going to go in fighter mode. We're going to see how this thing does as a fighter. As a kid, I want to be an artist. Oh, Jesus. Well, you're kind of, in a way, in a roundabout way, an artist with math. You know what I mean? You're kind of doing it. Kind of doing it, Art. So, you know. No, how was the Navy? Oh, I loved it. Oh, I thought it was, I would say the best and worst time of my life. That's how I would describe the Navy. It was really cool. It was some of the best time of my life because, like, you know, you're a young guy. I wasn't, like, obviously I didn't meet my wife until after I got out. But I lived in Europe for 2 years. I got stationed there in Italy for 2 years. So I got to travel to about 7 countries in like 2 years. I was broke as fuck coming back to the States, but I still had like 2 years left of my contract. I got sent to Sicily, like Naval Air Station Sigonella was where I was stationed at. So I got to work on the airfield. I got to work with all kinds of aircraft. I thought that was so much fun because I love aviation. Are you in one of those National Geographic videos? Maybe. But no, I love aviation too. I just like machines. I think machines are cool. I'm kind of fucking weirdo, I guess. Like I'll watch like YouTube videos on like plane information that like is completely retired and does not even serve in any military. I just want to learn about it because I think it's cool. That's literally me. Like as a kid, I'm not an engineer. I know. So I wish. Jesus, probably make a lot more money. I just like history. Like I just think that shit's so cool. But sorry, Navy stuff. Sorry, I'm getting sidetracked. So and then I got stationed in Sicily for 2 years. I've been to 7 countries: England, France, Germany twice because I love Germany. Obviously Italy, Malta, Croatia. The Netherlands, France. I love you, France, but you guys in Paris were rude as fuck. By far the rudest people. You know, I got lost on a train in Paris because I did not get off at the right exit, and this guy was not happy to have to speak in English, which I guess he thinks is like a lesser language. Oh my god, that's a missile. Oh my god. Hold on. We're in combat. Hold on. So yeah, that kind of sucked, but I ended up finding my friends after I got back on the right stop. Paris was cool though. I got to see the Mona Lisa. That was neat. Not as big as I thought it was. I thought it was going to be way bigger picture in the Mona Lisa, and it was not. Cool trick, dude. Do a flip. Please God, don't fire a missile at me. I'm not ready. Don't you take this from me, Sweden. I swear to God. Don't you do it. You son of a bitch. Sorry, I'm getting distracted here. But yeah, no, it was cool. It was a good time. And then I got stationed on an aircraft carrier, which was commissioned. I helped commission an aircraft carrier in 2017, the Gerald R. Ford CVN-78. So I got to live on an aircraft carrier for 2 years and help do like the workups on it and stuff like that. So that was a really cool experience. Oh, he's running. Oh, that was sneaky, dude. That was really good. And then I got out in 2018. But no, I had a good time. I was stationed in Virginia, which Virginia, I don't like Virginia. We're gonna go ahead and J out because I'm about to crash anyway. And then I got out. So that was my time in the Navy. I had a great time, met a lot of cool people, I'm still friends with to the day. And I got some cool experiences, like going out to sea. You're on a fucking boat in the middle of the ocean. Kind of sketchy, kind of cool at the same time. You'd see a lot of, you know, aquatic creatures. That was kind of neat. But, no, it was a good time. And then, sorry, I'm ranting. But yeah, no, I love, like, just aviation in general. Like, I got to work with, like, that was the thing in Italy. I got to work with F-16s, Canadian F-15s, F-18s, A-10s, F-22s, a couple other different aircraft, like Ospreys and, like, helicopters. So in the Navy, what I did was aircraft directing and firefighting, stuff like that. So, if you ever seen Top Gun, Top Gun is like the very start of Top Gun, right? The very like opening scenes, like you see those guys on the flight deck of an aircraft carrier in like yellow, blue shirts and like red shirts. That was my job. So you get to like actually direct aircraft with hand signals, and then like you're communicating to pilots with hand signals that are sitting behind a multi-million-dollar aircraft, you know, and you're like trying to like get them, you know, doing all this stuff. I thought that was really cool. So. And then, yeah. Did I see any sea monsters? No. We did, when we were out to sea, because we were doing workups. Essentially, it's basically we're going out on the ocean and taking the ship because it's brand new, and we're like testing everything. What I mean by testing is we're going out and breaking shit. Essentially, we're like, you guys said this thing goes how fast? Alright, let's see if it can go that fast. Like, we would actually try to make the ship go as fast as possible. And we ended up actually breaking shit while trying to go as fast as possible. Not saying that's a good thing, but hey, you know what? In a pinch, we found out something doesn't work on the ship, and, you know, this was like a real war type situation where we have to really move. We would have, you know, wouldn't have been able to do it because something would have broke. So, you know, got that tested. We were going out there pulling high speed. I'm going to say this, it's going to sound stupid, but like we were pulling like high speed turns in an aircraft carrier. So the ship will literally, as you're making a turn, the whole ship will just bank. And like we're Tokyo drifting an aircraft carrier, essentially, because we're trying to see like how hard can you turn this thing. Because these are all things you have to test before you commission into the military, right? You got to do all these testing and stuff like that. So. That was a cool experience, being out to sea and being on a ship that you're like essentially trying to break shit just to see what happens, you know? That's kind of cool. But also, if something does break, let's say, and the ship fucking sinks, you're kind of fucked because you're in the middle of the ocean. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, we got lifeboats in the ship, but like, you know, if this thing Titanic's, it's not gonna be a good time. So that was always kind of scary. That it wasn't, you know, that wasn't my, that was always kind of in the back of your head, like, hey, this shit could happen, you know, possibly, so. But it never did, thank God. But it was a good time. I did enjoy it. The things that kind of suck about being in the Navy, though, was like having like relationships, you know what I mean, like dating and stuff like that. It's kind of difficult, especially if they're not, if like you meet someone and they're not used to doing that kind of stuff. I got lucky because I never had to do like an actual long-term deployment or anything, right? But like my schedule in Virginia, like we'd go out to sea, do some testing, break something, come back. We'll be in port for like a month while they're fixing it, and we're going back out again. And we would do that for like a year and a half. Like we're just in and out a bunch of times. So it's kind of hard to like have relationships when you don't really get to see that person as much as you would maybe they want you to. So that kind of does suck. You miss a lot of stuff with your family, which is also quite difficult, I think. You know, just not being able to be there. I lost a few family members when I was in, and I wasn't able to be there to help like the rest of my family, like for even those moments. That does suck. But you know, like that's what I mean by like the food's not always great. Better than eating MREs, I'll tell you that. But it's not like, you know, you give up a lot of stuff to do that job, but it's also still cool as shit sometimes too. So, you know, that's what I think of the Navy. But hang on, sorry, I'm reading chat while I'm flying. But like they obviously, yeah, well they don't. They just make sure, the Navy just makes sure you can swim, or you can at least like tread water enough to like not drown. You know what I mean? Like I got during boot camp, they have like, so at boot camp where you do like your Navy boot camp and stuff like that, they have an Olympic-sized swimming pool, like an actual Olympic-sized swimming pool. They have people who are professional swimmers who are in the water all the time. But you have to do these different things. Like you have to jump into this pool from like 60 feet up, just to simulate like jumping off the side of a ship, a sinking ship, you know. You gotta cross your ankles. Make sure if you're jumping in the water above 50 feet, make sure you cross your ankles and like don't like crush your, that way you don't break your feet when you impact. You know, a little advice for you. But and then you have to swim the entire length of the Olympic-sized swimming pool. You can do it like, they teach you like 3 different ways to like swim. They have like professional swimmers that come in and teach you these different types of like breaststroke, over, like I don't know what the fucking overhand thing is, whatever that is, stuff like that. So they do teach you different methods. You have to demonstrate that you can do those and not drown, essentially. Go M9B, go! Oh, son of a bitch. I almost want to get into a fight with this guy, but I feel like I'm going to get turned on by somebody else. Yeah, I don't like this. See if he dodges that. Nice. But yeah, that's like they train you, like that's the training, is like, hey, you know, we're just gonna make sure you don't drown. So, but yeah, they do train you to do stuff, that is true. But it varies sometimes. Why do you hear another aircraft nearby? Oh, it's that guy. Alright. Yeah, don't drown. Listen, that's the military for you. Hey, don't drown, bud. It's not good for your health. I whiffed the shit out of those shots so bad. We're just not going to talk about it. We're going to move on. Tell them off over the phone. So I did do some. So I did that job. That was my primary job in the Navy. I didn't work on the flight deck, but like our job does do flight deck, and like we also work in the hangar bay. I was a hangar bay guy, so I would work on the in the hangar bay, so the ship. And so as the ships would come off the elevators from the flight decks, we'd store them inside. And all right, we're not gonna steal that guy's kill because I'm not a total asshole today. But yeah, I did have a secondary job called Auxiliary Security Forces, so we did do a lot of firearm stuff. We'd pull into port, and then we obviously stand up our own watches and our own guards to guard the ship, and then obviously the personnel on side. So I did do that a lot. So I do enjoy shooting, like rifles, pistols, shotgun. I'm not a big shotgun guy. I don't really care for shotguns that much, but I know how to use them. A few belt-fed machine guns, so that's about it, really. And then I also, when I was in Italy too, I ended up actually doing the color guard for the base, which was really cool. We're gonna RTB, we're gonna go grab... Never mind. But yeah, I ended up doing color guard for the naval base. So all the flag ceremonies. So we didn't we did do obviously drills in that way too. So, but I'm not really, you're talking about oh, thanks dude. You're talking about the drills, you see people with rifles and they can spin them all stuff. Cannot do that stuff. That wasn't me. Wasn't great at that stuff. But yeah, no, I enjoy that stuff too. Listen, you can enlist today. They're gonna tell you you can join the Navy right now, okay, and see the world. Right? That sounds great, right? Who doesn't want to see the world? It's a big world out there. You want to get out there and see it. You know what I mean? Unfortunately, what they don't tell you is the world is 70% fucking water, and you're gonna see a lot of that. That's not great. That kind of sucks. What if it's storming? Have you ever been on an aircraft carrier in the middle of a fucking hurricane? Kind of sucks. You know, just throwing it out there from experience. Kind of sucks. I need to recycle that one. That's what I was missing. I missed one earlier. But yeah, you can go down and join up right now if you wanted to. Give it a chance. What if you're seasick? I don't know. I never got seasick when I was in obviously so. If you've never been on a huge ship, right? The only ship that's kind of comparable to the size of an actual aircraft carrier would be a cruise ship. You know what I mean? Like a Carnival, whatever the Nordic one I keep getting fucking YouTube ads for. They're massive ships, and it's when it's going through the water, you don't really feel the waves pushing you. It's not like being on a small little rinkety boat. You know what I mean? But I never got seasick. They do give you pills for it if you do get seasick. But on an aircraft carrier, it's I almost never met anyone that got seasick. The only time I think I met one person maybe that got seasick was because we obviously would have the hangar bay doors on the side of the ship open during the day, especially when it's nice out. If you would stare at a certain point in the water as the ship's moving, some people get seasick that way, which I thought was kind of weird, but it has happened. But they give you motion sickness pills and stuff like that. Destroyers, what we call in the Navy small boys, obviously you're going to be filling the water a lot more. Actually, my buddy that I stream with pretty regularly on the channel, Austin, he was on a destroyer, so he could actually tell you a lot more like what that experience is like. But you know, he never got seasick either, so that would be, you know, something to, I would probably have to ask him actually. I'll have to remember to do that. That'd be nice. But yeah, I feel like on the smaller ships for sure you would feel more of the rocking and like in the up and downs and stuff like that. Like I said, even on like, we did go into a hurricane. We did have a hurricane come through our area when we were in port, and it's a lot easier for a ship our size to go out to sea and not damage the pier that we're stationed to. So we actually went out to sea just to get through the hurricane, and we came right back. That was really the only time I ever felt like the ship rocked at all, or I ever felt like I felt anything when the ship moving like that. But that was because it was a pretty big hurricane though. But I can't really, I've been on a few just like smaller like ships like in museums. Like I've been to the, what was the ship that's in London that's stationed, like it's like piered off in the London water area. What is that? I forget what that one's called. But I've been on that one. I've been on the Latvia, which is a U.S. destroyer. I don't know. I'm gonna even try to fight this guy. I don't even think this is even a good idea for me. The one in London, I think it's the Belfast. I'm gonna look that up after this. What is the one in London? I was surprised they even had like a ship in London. Honestly, that was kind of surprising to me. But yeah, I'll look it up after this. I could not do head-ons in this thing at all. I cannot dodge those. Hang on, I'm typing in right now. Trying to find it. Yeah, the Belfast. I went on this ship. That was really cool. I don't know if that's like a destroyer or if that's like a cruiser. It kind of looks maybe like it's a cruiser though, just judging by the armament. But yeah, it's a cruiser right there. Yeah. So that was cool. I didn't expect that in London. That was really cool. And then I went on that bridge there too. That was neat. But I don't know if I would want to go on like a small ship, to be honest with you. Oh, it's alright. Listen, I appreciate hanging out. I don't know how long I'm going to stream for today, just because of I got a football game on tonight, and I do need to help make dinner. But I'll probably do like 2.5 hours maybe, you know? So I'm trying to like stay in matches and trying to get this thing done. So far, AIM 9B's not an improved. It's not necessarily. It gives me a little bit more, few more options. We'll say that. I'm just wanting more out of this aircraft, and I just feel like I'm not. Maybe I'm not doing it right or something. I don't know. Chicken pot. Chicken pot pie for dinner. Oh, that sounds good. I don't know what we're doing. I don't know if we're doing tacos tonight or... Actually, to be honest with you, I think it's my wife's turn to cook. I think I've cooked like 3 times this week. Not bad if I say so myself, because I never cook 3 times in a week. Maybe 2. Probably 2, but 3 is rare. But, so I think it's actually her turn to cook tonight. I don't know. I gotta text her and find out. But yeah, chicken pot pie sounds good. But yeah, no, I get back on the whole nerd thing. I just love aircraft and I like learn about history of like different aircraft, tanks, and that's kind of like with War Thunder Gangs. I don't know if you're still here, bud. Sorry if you went quiet. Yeah, I started with Germany and I just branched out and started playing other tech trees. I always generally would play a tech tree until about like rank 4 or 5, and then I would start getting super grindy, and I would just like, I'm gonna shift off to a different one and play something else. I'm gonna start being more of a vulture. I'm gonna start going over here like I normally do and try to get in behind them. Ooh, curry sounds good. We went to Texas on vacation, and there was this curry place we went to. Fuck, it was so good. Like, I've not been able to find a place that makes good curry since I've come back, and it's like, it kind of sucks. Not gonna lie, it kind of sucks. Alright, bit of a down tier. Didn't need to cook this out of half. Hey, listen, that's respectable, okay? It's very respectable. I'm sure your partner very much appreciated it and is thankful that you did that. So, you know, it's all good. Yeah, my wife did not expect me to cook. Like, I think, was it yesterday? Yeah, I think yesterday. She like came home because she started her new job, so she gets in later than what she used to. So I've kind of started cooking a little bit more because of that. But she like came home and she was like, "I'm so sorry." She was like, "I know it's late for dinner." I was like, "Don't even worry about that shit. I've already gotten this, and this. Oh, and I also got dinner in the crock pot going right now, so it'll be done in a few hours. Sit back and relax." You know what I mean? So she seemed pleasantly surprised, and I was like, you know what? I still got it. Still can surprise her. Alright, we're going to try to be a vulture here. We seem to be in a bit of down tier. Except for that guy, maybe that guy. And that one. Okay. Alright. Not husband of the year, just going for appreciative husband of the week. I just go for that, you know, just try to, if it's in my wheelhouse and I can do it, try to make my wife's life a little bit easier because she does a lot of stuff for me all the time, especially like when I'm streaming and stuff. Obviously, I'm not making dinner when I'm streaming, but she'll bring me food. So like, there's like a token or like a show of like appreciation for like, hey, thank you for taking care of me when I do like when I'm doing stuff like this. You know, I try to give back. You know, I try to keep it balanced. I feel like relationships, and this is my own personal opinion, I feel like relationships are very much like you gotta have like a team mentality. You know what I mean? You gotta be a team player. Alright. Okay. Yep. Don't worry about that guy. Please don't get behind me. I'm in a vulnerable state right now. No way I can get behind that guy. This thing does not turn. Kind of turns like a brick, honestly.
Cover me.
Perfect, yes. Turn right back in front of me. I appreciate that so much. Why is there a missile going over my head? What did I do to you guys? Alright, near the top of the leaderboards. We're doing stuff. I'm gonna turn back around and try to go for this A4E or maybe this F3H here. Never mind, just the A4. I think that's him right there.
Just a little more effort, and victory will surely be ours.
Yeah, low and fast. What? Why is there a missile? G91's probably gonna get to me before I can turn on him. Come on. If you would mind crashing into the ground, that'd be a great time. Thank you. Oh shit. It's good at maintaining its speed though, I gotta give it that. Damn it. Oh, we got him. Hell yeah, I'll take that. What a weird plane. What a weird design. I love that design, but it's so weird. Alright, let's see. I might want to go back to a bomber fighter combo. I feel like that might be the loadout we want to go with, just to have more options. So far, this thing's kind of eh. I was wanting more, not getting kind of disappointed, honestly. So I like this. I feel like I actually like the Super Etendard more than the regular Etendard. It's at a higher VR. From what I've experienced right now, I feel like that's probably going to be how that goes, I feel like. I'm still going to spade this out because I'm using in ground RB right now, but so far it's been okay. Oh, good. Yep. Yep. Nice. Looks like a full up tier. Maybe not a full. 9-7. Oh, okay. It's not that bad. Let's see what these guys got. I don't know. We're gonna see how this combo works out. Hopefully it does better than what we've been doing. Also got the Ozzy Osbourne snail on there. RIP Ozzy. I think you can still get it. I gotta go and look. But I'm pretty sure you can still get the snail if you wanted it. I think it was Prince of Darkness. I think that was... You gotta go onto the Gaijin website, sign in, and then go to like the promotion code thing or whatever and type that in. And you should be able to get this if you wanted the snail logo. The one right there, so I don't know if I'm pretty sure they still have it in the game. I feel like. Alright, MiG-21's up high. A lot of MiG-21s. Okay, that sucks. We're gonna try the strategy of staying fast. I know it's like not like the biggest bomb drop or whatever, but it's just free. It's free points. You know what I mean? It's like extra points you can get. Why not use it? The aircraft has the capability. You know what I mean? So I'm doing that. It's not like saying it's the most efficient way of doing it, but sometimes when you play like certain vehicles, you kind of need all the help you can get. Don't know if he's gonna see it in time. I'm gonna turn on this J4, try to help our teammate out. Oh shit. Stabilize. stabilize. There we go. Ooh, okay. She's about to come. Oh, we're losing her. Try to save it. Just didn't work out. How we do though? Alright, 2 kills. I feel like I'm doing worse than this than what I'm actually am. Because it doesn't feel bad. Like, it feels pretty quick. It doesn't turn very well. It's kind of maneuverable. Again, I think if I get a few more upgrades down here, may help out with like how it feels, but I'm gonna keep at it. Try to get as much done on this as we can today, and then we may I may finish this, or I may come back to it and then finish it and then get the Super Etendard after that. Who knows? I don't know. We may stream this again on Saturday, play a different aircraft. I don't know, but it's kind of the plan right now. I was just gonna finish this today and then move to the Super Etendard. So let's see if there's anything else. I'm looking to see if they've added any, if there's like a list of like all the vehicles that got named. Not yet. Okay.
Baby, lo vamos de aquí. Se sienta mi hueso en el carro, agarra el timón, cause I know little baby a free. Agarra la calle conmigo, su amiga, I use them just so I can get it for free. Me pone su historia y ahora yo tengo un poco de nena que quiere conmigo.
Yes. A down tier? Alright. Good. Good, all the way around so far, good. Nice. Good. Nice, that was good. Oh, don't crash into each other. Somebody just deliver something to my house? I think somebody just delivered something to my house. I wonder if my package came in today. Ooh! Got some new stuff coming in. That can be exciting. I'm gonna go out and check after the stream. Alright. Bit of a down tier. So there's not the extra pressure of needing to watch over my shoulder as much. I don't know if I'll be I probably won't be the fastest. There's no way. Some of these for sure are not going to have any. I mean, I don't even have RWR, so. We're smart, play low, and get in behind them. We should be able to get at least a couple kills, I feel like. We're definitely faster than a few of those guys out here, so. Basically, just try not to fuck this up, essentially. We're gonna try to turn in behind that guy when we get done with this. Ah, shit. Oh my god, no. My one chance. God, those sabers are good, man. Ah, that sucks. You got some points out of that. That's why I'm kind of actually happy I brought bombs, because it's like at least I get some points. Every match is not a total waste. Alright, we got that. Let's get... Should probably get airframe next, honestly. Been taking a lot of hits. Yeah, we get plenty of time on that. I was trying to get him to come in low. I was trying to get him to try to track me low enough. Maybe my bombs could have hurt him. And I should probably stayed straight. Get him over that hill, pull down, and maybe stay straight, and then slowly start turning left. But what I did was I made the mistake of pulling in too much. And then, yeah, that did not go as planned. It's unfortunate, but hey, it happens. Gotta text the wife. Hang on. Hold on. The wife's upset. I gotta respond. Just not happy with the grocery store right now. So ah, shit. Okay. Okay, not totally bad. This is reasonable. Easy there, bud. Hang on, I gotta read this. Bun, what's going on, brother? Hope you're doing good. Sorry, I gotta read a text from Jess. She's upset. Chris, hope you're doing good, brother. Hope his life is treating you well. I don't know if you saw the new update drop for Helldivers 2, so I'm gonna be hoping we can play some of that this weekend and liberate some bug holes for democracy. Oh yeah, she's not happy at all. Oof. I'm about to say fucking drop these bombs. Yeah, fuck it. Dodge that. Alright, now we're gonna be... No, she's at the grocery store and she was trying to do a pickup order and she got one of her items and then... So she went up to, and like the person who's supposed to be doing the online orders is making subs apparently, and so she went up to the counter and was like, excuse me, like, hey, I'm supposed to have 2 items in this pickup order, and they're like, oh well, we're just out of that item. And she's like, okay, well, can I get this instead? And then apparently the person was like, well, yeah, if you just wait in line, I'll get to you. And she's like, what the fuck? So I was like, all right, well, we just won't shop there anymore. Sent me a message. Check. Hang on, let me check. Oh, that was what's delivered. Oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah, I saw on the Ring doorbell something got delivered. I didn't know what it was. Oh shit. It's like, hey, she even made sure she's like, I put it in. She's like very meticulous about putting stuff in, like early, so that way they have time to get it done because she worked on a deli before, and they're still like, this store has just been nothing but a fucking nightmare for like the last like 2 years. So I was like, all right, well, we're just not gonna shop there anymore, you know. Which sucks because like Publix is like where we both started, like had jobs, so we kind of have like a little bit of love and loyalty, I guess. But yeah, no, it's a fucking shit store. So I figured you had flares, dickhead. Oh, good, you crashed. But yes, when I get done, I'm probably not going to stream for too long. I'm probably going to go another 15 minutes. And then probably call it a short stream. I'm going to start streaming on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays, I think. What me and Jess talked about. So just a heads up. So like Fridays will just kind of be an open night. We can all just hang out, you know. Is that something you're okay with? They need to put priority. Yeah, you would think so, but I don't know, man. It sucks. Like you try to, give back a little bit in shop where like, you worked for and grinded your ass off for a couple years or like a good amount of your time, and it's just like, nah, it's not worth it. I think at least not at that store for sure. Be on later. I don't know if I'll be on later because my football game's on tonight. It's NFL kickoff. Pretty fucking excited about that, man. All right, let's see if I can. I do not like the way this thing is going down over there, but we're going to try to get involved. But I appreciate you, Chris, getting us something. You didn't have to, buddy, but I appreciate it very much. We're gonna see if this hunter can keep this guy flying straight for a minute. And oh, no, he's turning in. Thank you, Hunter. Oh, I fucked up. I didn't turn enough in. He's just gonna have the angle on me. We're gonna try to get fast here if we can. I'm gonna go over and help this hunter real quick here. He should have 4 missiles. That was 1. I don't know if he's fired any more. I've only seen him fire 1. The hunter, the F9F is fired at least 1. Hopefully the hunter can pull him left so I can get behind him with a missile. Alright, guess we're gonna have to go guns on. Pull him to the right, man. Pull him to the right. That was a terrible launch on my part. Alright, not the worst. She's kind of coming alive. Horrible launch on the missile, but I'm actually out of everything here, so we have to go back right now.
Our victory is near.
We're just gonna go back and grab missiles and more ammo. Come on, landing gear. Come on. Oh my god, no. Yes. Perfect. No damage. Oh my god. Come to a stop. Come to a stop. Wait, I gotta repair. I got no damage. Are they bombing us from the other fucking side of the map? What was that? Alright, well, since he's coming back, we're gonna try to go semi-stealth. We're gonna go grab that base over there. It's like almost finished. We're gonna grab that real quick. Trying to go grab this base. Hopefully it doesn't delete itself. Oh, it does. Damn it. Okay. We're just not going to get on the other side of this hill so we can get seen. We're going to stay low and to the right and use the hills as cover. Like there's a guy already over there looking. I'm just going to stay low. We're going to go over here and drop bombs, and then we may try to boogie out of here and try to get with our teammate. That may be the play right now, just so we can get a few more points. There's, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. It's a 4v2. Huh? Hello. That's from Austin, Chris. Aw. Oh, that's adorable. Thank you, Chris. Yeah. Very nice. Sorry, it's not focused. Oh no, it's not focused anymore, Jess. You messed it up. Oh no. I'm Bluey. Because it doesn't focus on the. You gotta like turn the camera off. Set it. Oh. Oh no, you broke it. Oh no. Oh shit.
Fixed it.
Hey, you did. Good job. Look at you being all. That engine scared the shit out of me. Thank you, Chris. I really like this. The thing you got us, and I'll have to thank Austin too. Much appreciated. Alright. My teammate dead already? Oh, he's dead. Oh no. How did he die? Alright, well, there's a demon over there. We know. Oh, there he is. What was that? I'm too slow. This F-86 is gonna get me. Nope, aim 9B. It's alright, we'll take 3 kills though. Damn. That sucks. Alright, we'll do one more game. I'm gonna call it a day. Oh, okay. Probably should get that, right? That's the last big one we need, and then we can get this one. Mason, I don't know, maybe it's me. Hang on, let me check to see how I'm doing in it. I feel like I'm doing okay in this. I'm liking it so far, but you gotta definitely play it a certain way. It's definitely a support fighter. 57% win rate. I'm 16-9. So hang on, yeah, sorry, that was the wrong one. Hold on, that's Super Etendard. Etendard, I am worse. 36-18. God. It's probably me. Don't know what's going on. We're gonna do one more match. We're gonna do, sorry, it's kind of a short stream today, guys. Football's on tonight. Watching that shit. So I also gotta do some stuff around the house. I promised Jess I would, so. But I don't know, we'll probably pick this up. Either I'll finish it off stream, come back and finish it, and then start the Super Etendard. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like this is a better support fighter than it is like trying to go out and be like frontline dogfighting with this thing. But maybe that's me. I did get 3 kills last match, so that was pretty good. Like, I feel like I have every like couple games I feel like I do pretty good in it, and then I'll have this like set of games where I'll just do like one and done. You know, get over and drop bombs or whatever, and then just get killed by an F-86. You know what I mean? And then I'll have these other games where I'm like top dog. You know, making it. T2s. There's two things I hate in this thing. F-86s. T2s. Both of those planes beat the shit out of me every time. I'm like a little third grader just getting bullied all the time. That's a bold move, Q5, bold move. How you guys doing today? You guys doing alright? I still love the way it looks though. Still one of my favorite looking French planes, I'll give it that. Honestly, that Sabre feels much better to play than this thing. If we're being honest. I do like the fact that this thing has like 4 pylons though, so you can kind of carry like a mixed loadout, which I do appreciate that. I'm just hoping that the Super Etendard just plays better. I don't know. Oh yeah, cool. That's gonna be fun. You dropping napalm? Ah, shit. Alright, I think we can get this one and we're gonna have to turn and figure out who we're gonna fight. We're gonna see what our teammates are doing and then we'll hop in. Alright, yeah, it's up there, our fucking clapping ass, though. I just don't feel like I'm fast enough to get up here. Super Etendard would definitely be a lot better. Yeah, I've heard it's pretty solid in the ground. Ooh. There we go. I'm gonna turn on this demon over here. I don't know, like I'm wanting more out of this. Like I keep saying this, I want more out of this, and it's just not. The performance is just not there. How off was I by that? I couldn't have been that far off. Honestly, I get the AIM-9Bs to work quite often. Like I said, if you can get this thing in as a supportive fighter, this thing is actually solid. But if you're trying to front, and you just go out and just fight front lines, it's going to be lacking a little bit. But yeah, now AIM-9Bs are, I think, pretty good. The only thing that kind of sucks is you can't really lead the missile. That's the only thing that sucks. Ooh. Nah, we're not going to chase after that guy. That guy's going to dictate his every fight that he's in. F4, see if we can get him slow. We'll have a chance. That's going to leave us open for this guy right here. Hunter's too slow. Yeah. Even if we get him, either one, if we can get the F4C or him really slow in a turn, like right now, if I could just pull up. That should probably hit. Yep. Not bad. 2 AIM-9B kills. Take that shit. Yeah, AIM-9Bs, if you get them slow like that, or if you can get them to maneuver, those are also really good. Wow. Fuck you, Harrier. If you fire the AIM-9B, if you get the plane that you're trying to get to maneuver or turn really hard, and get them to slow down and catch them and use your guns, that's also the AIM-9B is really good at doing that too. 3 kills. Jesus. Back-to-back 3-game kills? What the fuck is going on? What is this? Guess we gotta run one more. Another 3-game kill. Okay. Interesting. I'll take it. Mason, how's your day going? Hopefully it's going well. Pillars, okay. Move it down tier. Push to the right here, and we're gonna try to hit that base over there. Okay, I feel like this game is getting bigger. Weird combo, but okay. I didn't show off the cockpit yet. Sorry, guys. Forgot. Gotta do the usual. Oh my god, an R2Y2. Poor guy. Oof. Good luck, buddy. Sorry, I dropped my coaster. You can't have that. Alright, so the plan is to go here and swing in. And then whatever happens after that happens. Unless we start getting chased, and we're going to start taking some evasive maneuvers. Try to get as much speed as I can here. Alright, there's a lot. That can suck. Not many points, but we'll take them. Alright. There we go. F9S, we can take those. I actually feel confident fighting those. I don't know what the hell that guy's doing. F9F's going down. This guy's still up. Do not want to get down there on that. F-84 would definitely be a good target, but not want to get down there just yet. Keep the high ground for a second. Might be able to help fight this demon. Like, the last main fighters over here are right there, so. We'll take that trade. Sink into a dive real quick, cool the engine way off. Still have one missile left, and we should still be faster than this A4 down here. We still have like a decent amount of ammo, so like I don't want to just give up right now. Demon's going down. This F-86 is. Only got a hit. It's alright. I was not gonna burn that engine out. Just gonna stay in there and just take that for a second. But yeah, I do think I'm gonna call it here, guys. I know, sorry for the short stream. Apologize, but I'm gonna go help Jess with dinner and then do some stuff around the house. But I appreciate you guys watching. Like I said, the new schedule is gonna be Mondays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays for the stream schedule. So I know that's kind of new, and I'll make a post on it later on, I think. But yeah, I got some other stuff I gotta get done. So sorry about that, guys. But